Welcome
Welcome. I'm
to
back,
Shade
y'all.
and the City. My co-host
With
is back.
sales.
It's Nels and I'm Treese. And we're here to bring y'all what is it? The Love That Happens After the Lockup, season 5, episode 33. Some people are saying it's season 9. I'm so confused, y'all. But we're here to do it. And
First
happy to
time
do it.
and second chances.
Yes, first time and second chances. So all of our new viewers and for those that are returning, please, 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 if you have not already, make sure y'all hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all make sure y'all watch all the way through because I'm gonna be dropping some tea. It's been some tea dropping all this week on this people, so I got some tea on about almost everybody that we talking about today. So just watch it through. Watch it through. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, y'all. So let's get into it and let's get shady. All right, y'all. So first, we get into Ponytail, Zeriuah, and Troy.
I'm glad that they finally said this girl's name. Because Troy is not even saying it right.
Oh, because it's like Zeriuah, right?
Zeriuah. The dad said Zeriuah.
Right.
And I think Troy said Zeriuah. I think he said Zeriuah. And I'm like, your husband don't know how to say your name?
Well, he just got out. He's still learning how to, And it clearly
they've been together for 3 years. We got an excuse. We don't know this girl. We can still say Zeriuah if we want to.
Okay.
What's his excuse? He just don't give a damn.
Maybe he just been so busy calling her bae, boo, wifey. You know what I'm saying? He don't even have to really call her by her name.
That don't mean you don't know it.
Well, hey, or he just is going. Maybe it's like I pronounce it this way because I know that's how everybody else do it, but this is how I do it.
All right, devil.
All right, y'all. So Troy is finally out. He's finally released. Y'all know last episode, everybody was like, "Oh my God, what's happening to Troy?" Because the PO or the parole officer had rolled off with him
on a wild chase.
Yeah, and they went on a wild goose chase down to somewhere else in Syracuse, but they caught up with him, and but he just had to get his ankle monitored. That was it. So, once he gets out, the family's there to welcome him, warm welcome. They say a family prayer. And then they say, we're going to leave y'all two alone so y'all can, get reacquainted. All right. Now, my first question for her is, does this man have a license? Because the way that she just let him get behind the wheel of her car. Now, maybe that's why she let her parents drive off first before they drove off, so they wouldn't see it and ask no questions. But I was just curious as to, and maybe y'all can drop down in the comments, let me know. Maybe that's some jail knowledge.
You said, does he have a license?
Yeah, because I would think if you've been locked up for that long.
No, remember the other dude, he had his mama.
But that's what I was saying. But for some reason, I don't believe Troy's mama was going down.
See, for me, I'm not even worried about if he got a license. I would be worried about if she got a license. Because remember, the son drove her. And now
no, that's not the son, that's the brother. That was her brother. The son is younger.
Are we doing this again?
What?
Are we doing this again? That was her son.
That was not her son.
Zachariah, or whatever his name is, that's her son.
The boy that was driving is not her son.
Was her son. Please drop down in the comments and please tell this woman she's wrong.
Please, y'all, please explain.
I literally said it last episode. It was her son. She said she was getting her son to drive her. It was her son. Her son drove her, and now she got Troy driving her. I would think she's the one with no license.
The son is younger. How is Troy gonna come home and be a daddy to a grown-ass man? Think about that.
He ain't grown. Just like Nariah. How old is Nariah?
Nariah's probably only like 14, 15 years old.
I think she like 15, 16, just like the boy.
No, that was a whole grown man.
He was not grown. Trace.
Y'all, please correct her in the comments.
These kids nowadays, they be looking grown. Did you see the little boy in the Olympics, the little 16-year-old?
Yes,
he looked grown. He looked grown, but he's 16. They looking grown these days. They looking grown. Look, Trace, don't be out here getting fooled, girl. Don't be out here getting fooled.
I check IDs.
Look, you gonna have somebody mama after you.
You stupid. But no, y'all, please jump down and tell her that was not her son.
I refuse to believe
her son. The son was the little boy with the back. He was singing in the choir. Remember on the first episode, and he was up there at the church with the grandparents.
Oh, so maybe you're right. You might be right.
You can't tell me that he aged that much in 2 episodes that now he's a whole grown ass man.
You might be right. Okay, you might be on to something. You might be on. At least I can admit. When I might be wrong. Okay, but the point is,
no. The only reason I just stood on my sword is because I believed I was truly right.
How did I? But I'll let you. But I'll let you.
No, if I would have realized I was wrong, I would have let you have it.
That's the point. You don't listen. You don't listen.
I would have let you have it.
That's the problem. You don't listen. But no, the point was she didn't drive at all. So I would think I'd be more worried about whether she got a license. She was driven to the prison, and now she got this boy driving. Now I would hope they both ain't driving with no license.
You stupid. I think she got hope. I would hope, but
she just want to be a passenger princess no matter where she goes.
I really thought was interesting, and shout out to I was live tweeting last night during the episode. And what I find so funny is somebody brought this up, but for her to be spending all this money,
I think I know where you're going with
giving this man, she done gave him the money bouquet.
I thought about it too. Go on.
She done gave him the Party City crown, and I was sitting here, and I felt bad when I said it last week, but apparently I am not alone because everybody feels like that money should have went to an esthetician and a hairdresser.
Well, not. I mean, sometimes that don't always help because they do
and a hairdresser.
Well, not even that, but I mean, definitely a dermatologist for sure.
Okay, but there's no reason why you giving this man thousands of dollars and you walk around with this.
That's what they do when they love the man more than they love themselves.
On your head.
When they love the man more than they love themselves, that's what they do. They take care of the man and don't take care of themselves, child. That's what they do.
All right, y'all. So anyway, finally she gets him back to the hotel, and Troy ain't done it in 7 years. So
let's talk about the fact that she could not keep her mouth or her hands off of him in a car.
She was ready.
She just give it. She just nasty.
She said, "Take it down. I really want to take it down."
And he didn't even have a fresh shower yet. He got that. Jail
so that's why she made sure she brought him the steam.
But she was already kissing on him in the car with the jail funk on him. No.
Is it just me? But he came out in green and she had on green.
Yes, I saw that. I think she did it on purpose.
Are we really doing
I think she did it on purpose to match with the jail outfit. Yes, I think she did.
I said, is it really giving Justine and whatchamacallit? Michael?
Don't do that because she had him put on new clothes and matched with that. Okay, Justine's outfits be fly. That Zeriuah wasn't given.
Well, she got the room all decorated for him, all nice, and like I said, she got the little steam ready. She got the steam ready.
And spent $300 on these decorations. Boo, you ain't never heard of Dollar Tree? You could have spent the whole $15.
So, y'all, this is honestly a constant debate between me and Nels because I am the same way. I'm a person of convenience, and if that means that I gotta go to
spending $15 versus $300, guess what? I'm an inconvenience myself to save $285.
And if anybody knows anything, well, I'm in Maryland. If I was in Virginia, I absolutely would go to Dollar Tree. They're nice, they're convenient. They're clean. The lines are never long. I would absolutely go if I was in Virginia, but I'm in Maryland, and that is not my situation in Maryland.
Unless she has somebody do it for her, there's no reason that she should have been paying $300 for that. There's balloons on the floor and a balloon banner.
We have everything too in the Dollar Trees out there. Maryland ain't got nothing in the Dollar Tree. and still be packed with lines out the door and maybe one or two cashiers. I refuse.
What? Guess what? Guess what though? To save me $285, I would still cross the bridge.
I guess I could do that.
I would to save 285. I'm still crossing. I'll cross the bridge.
Well,
I'm gonna cross the bridge. Or guess what?
Amazon.
I was just about to say. Or guess what? To make it even cheaper, even than Amazon, Bookie, order it from Walmart and get it delivered. Spend $30 or $35 or something like that, and the shipping is free.
That's another place I don't like, and I don't care what state it's in.
Delivered.
Walmart.
Delivered. You get it delivered.
Despise having
you to go. You gotta go in there. You can order from Target too. I bet you still ain't paying no $300. I don't know what she paid $300 on. Maybe she has somebody do it for her because ain't no way.
Maybe she tipped the concierge or something to decorate the room while she was.
I mean, it didn't look professional. But
anyway, y'all, we say that all to say because nobody else wants to. They do the do, you know. Wait. I just want to know how big that thing is. But
I got another question.
What?
I got another question. This V-steam, why she had him stick his booty on it?
I was questioning that too because I was like,
and the fact he knew, he was like, this is for a woman, sir. It's giving. She thinks you were backdoored.
I was thinking that, or I was like, maybe she just want the balls to be fresh. But then I was like,
oh, maybe she tossed salad.
But
she probably tossed salad.
I was thinking that too.
I didn't think about that. She probably tossed salad and she was like, yeah, we need all of this cleaned out. That's probably what it is.
I was gonna say because they have ball wash now. You know, Manscaped. They make products. They have ball spray wash.
I wouldn't even think the steam thing is safe for a dude. Like as far as like his.
Right. I thought that because can it burn you?
It can burn you too.
I know.
Look. Shit, don't have no jewelry.
You stupid. But yeah, y'all. So they do the thing, and I guess we're gonna find out next episode whether she felt like it was big enough, because I think we saw a preview where she felt like he might have defished her. So we'll see. But I think it's gonna turn out to be. I think it's gonna turn out to be on the better end, and she's gonna find out that it's probably bigger than what she thought, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, you this whole time you made me thought you had a little, you know."
He's gonna go back and watch this and be like, "What the hell is wrong with that girl?"
No, because if anything, he has to watch himself sit on that shit, and then he got to ask himself what's wrong with him. So.
I guess you got a point there, and she ain't sitting on it. She said it was for both of them.
That was another thing that I noticed too. She making him do all this and get all together and in the bed. Bitch, in the shower. You been out running around all day on high speed chases.
I was just gonna say on a high speed chase.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I would have felt like I needed to just refresh. If you doing it, why can't I? Why can't we both be clean together? Especially if what Nell said is happening and going on. Yeah, we need get up in there.
I didn't say that. We both said that.
I'm just saying.
We both agree.
If that's what she's doing, you know, we need a wash and a rinse cycle. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next is Nell's favorite. This is her dreadheaded.
My word.
Her dreadheaded sister.
Child. You talking about True? All right, so we got True and Shantae. Shantae is still dazed and confused about where her man is. She calling, he ain't picking up. She says she's trying to figure out if she did anything wrong. That would be the last thing on my mind. That would be guess what? You would have came back to the house and I would have been gone.
I said that last night on X, Twitter, whatever they want to be today. I said he would have came back and either I would have been there, but he wouldn't have been able to get back in that house. I don't care if I was sitting there on that couch watching him knock on the door.
Guess what? Because what I'm not about to do is continue to pay. Well, we got 7 days. I'm not going to continue to pay for this house that I'm renting. And you think you just going to be up, out, no communication, no nothing? Stay where you at, homie. Stay where you at. Okay? No, you'd have came back and nobody would have been there. So you basically he's out riding around with his sister. He said he enjoying his freedom. He said he didn't tell Shonta he was leaving because he ain't got to. He's free. He can do whatever he want. You sure can.
Yep.
You sure can. Mm-hmm.
Yep. That would
and so can I. I'm leaving your ass right here. Now, even though he's not answering her calls, we can all be thankful that he's out with the sister. Although he did tell the sister to hook him back up, basically get him back in touch with what was the girl named Tish or something. One of her homegirls that he used to talk to back in the day that ghosted him. He wanted to know what's going on. What's up with that? So he's trying to talk back to her. The sister did gift him with a bracelet.
Is Tish like this or like this? Shut up, Funky. Is she black like this or like this?
Oh yeah, because that's
remember
that's
that
right.
Yeah, that's what he liked.
This is a really bad picture of Shonta.
I'm sorry, that's what production gave us. I ain't do it to be unfair, y'all.
This is
I didn't do this to be unfair.
I just keep on looking at it. I'm just jeez. Okay. So she gifted him with some jewelry. She said she know her brother likes to be iced out. She want to have a conversation with him about Shonta. He said she cool, but she can't even look at him when they talking. And she always talks to him with an attitude. Sir, what do you think is going to happen after today?
She's better than me. Just her temperament. I mean, I feel a little bit more mature at my big age that I wouldn't just start throwing and like beating the shit at you for feeling completely disrespected, that you think you could just roll up in here and be no apologies.
See, that's why he like what he like, because he's not used to the attitude.
Right?
Yeah, he don't want that. He not used to that. He don't like that. That's why he like what he like. Now this man said that he was trying to go hang out the night before. He asked her if she want to go to the mall, she want to go to the casino, and she really wasn't feeling none of that. I wish she would have let him know really what it was. Hey, I ain't got no job, sir. So no, I can't afford to take you to the mall or to the casino. But really, he feel like it's because she's a homebody and she's too much of a homebody for him. So for everything, he said basically, oh, okay, I already said that about the friend. Now he said basically, this is his fiance. He does want to be with her, does want to spend his life with her, but he's trying to adapt. And says this as he's ignoring her phone call.
Right.
Like,
no, and that was the second time. That was the second time. She had already called him once.
Mm-hmm. His sister said he probably went to run. Basically, he probably want to run the streets. While basically she want to settle down, and she doesn't think it was smart for him to get into a relationship when he was getting out. Oh, the girl's name was Tisha. That's what it was, Tisha. This is the girl apparently that sent the inappropriate pictures. Remember when Shantae's pictures got blocked and got sent back to her? She was trying to figure out who sent you pictures, and nobody. Yeah, it was Tisha. It was Tisha. I think we knew that though. I think we knew
it was something. It just didn't come out, but she knew something wasn't right. Again, she didn't trust her gut instinct. She didn't trust her intuition because she absolutely knew what it was.
So this man finally gets dropped off at the house. Then he gonna ask Shonta what's wrong. Like he ain't been ignoring her calls all day and didn't mention that he was going out. So after acting like she was cool, she finally did to say, basically where the hell you been all day. He said he was out shopping and really kind of makes a joke out of it. He started laughing kind of in her face. And she's thinking that basically his sister took him to go see another woman. I mean, really, that could have been the case if she would have taken him to go see Tisha. But as far as we know, that didn't happen. But he calls his sister to vouch for him. The problem is the fact that he even needed to do this instead of just making her feel comfortable from the very beginning. Run, girl, run. Okay, because I feel like, especially seeing the fact that he walked out the door without saying anything, saw her calling while he's just chilling with his sister, purposely ignoring it just so he can come back and say, oh, well, you thought I was doing something. I wasn't. I was really just out with my sister. He wanted you to be bothered. He wanted to make.
I was his sister, and he could have just said it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going. My sister's coming to get me. I'm gonna go hang out with her for a little bit. Whatever. He wanted to make you uncomfortable
Because she's boring.
and then come sit in your face and tell you, "Oh, I was just out with my." You the worst.
I mean, okay. Can I play devil's advocate, or have we not gotten there yet?
Well, no, we have not gotten there.
Okay, I'll fall down. I'll fall back.
So he said that he wasted enough time in jail. He's not about to waste any more, and mess up with some other girl because he loves her too much. So when she didn't, respond, he basically told her, "You don't say nothing, like, ever. You just sit there, you on your phone, and I'm trying to talk to you." Then said, "No offense, you're too shy and boring and too much of a homebody."
I don't understand why I'm still.
I wouldn't have been a homebody because I'm telling you, I wouldn't have been home when you got back. Go find somebody else to do it.
Find somebody else to do. And it's just, girl, where is the self-worth?
Honey, I'll tell you all.
Is there any? Come to the front.
The fact that she wasn't even trying to look cute or pose for this picture or nothing is giving her self-esteem is.
Well, did you see what she had on the next day when she got up?
Nothing usually stands out to me, so no. Did you want to be the devil now? Was this the part you were talking about?
I was just gonna say she do stay on her phone a lot. She's very don't get me wrong. This is what I think is so. First of all, I'm actually really surprised when I learned that they were not that far off in age, because based on this picture, it's not helping her. But
well, this is the old picture of him too. I think that's like when he first got locked up. That's not what he looked like now either.
Right, but she don't look much different. And what I'm saying is, age-wise, I would have thought that she was older. But if we want to go to, mental maturity-wise, I think that she kind of looks at him as childish. And which is weird to me, why she's so like, I want to do all this for, because really it's really like she's taking in a kid. Okay? You're taking in a big ass kid.
Everybody taking in an inmate. That's not just her.
Well, I know, but the fact, so I feel like that he kept talking about how everything he does annoys her. And I was like, well, it's kind of annoying to me too. And because it comes off childish. It does, like just the way he thinks, the way he operates, it comes off. But to his point, I just got out of jail. I am not looking to just be sitting up in the house with you.
Well, I mean, it wasn't
he would be willing to do things with her. I think he wanted to go, but she just want to sit in the house and sit on her phone. She is.
I think it's more about his disregard for his parole, and what he needs to take care of legally, and his
But you're not here to be his mama. That's the problem. That's why she needs to separate.
She's not here to be his mama, but she's also invested a lot of time and money into this and doesn't want to have to do it again. So what we don't want you to do is get locked back up again. So we need you to take care of your business. And the fact that you don't think it's a big deal and don't think I have to do it or I don't need to call them like they told me to is annoying. So you don't give a damn if you get locked back up again. That also makes you question whether you really want to be here with me. Because if you don't give a damn about getting locked up again and leaving me, how the hell should I feel about this relationship? When he said that she was born and stuff, she basically told him, listen, you pissed me off. Okay, I'll suspend your phone. All right. If I can't call you, you can't answer the phone for me. You won't answer the phone for nobody. He told her she was petty as hell. Okay. And she can't handle not having the power. I mean, well, call it petty, but I didn't see anything wrong with what she said. You can communicate with other people and let them know where the hell you going, and when you gonna come back, and person paying the bill can't. I didn't see nothing wrong with that.
No, I agree with that. The phone would have been, he wouldn't have had nowhere to come back to. He would have hoped that he put that address into the place or had a real good memory. Because if it was up to me, again, he would have been locked out if he would have been able to find a location, because I would have cut everything off.
Well, he told her he wasn't cheating on her. He's really just soaking in being free. So then they went to go see his PO.
The PO wasn't there for the most part. He wasn't there, and they told him to keep calling.
So yeah, the PO wasn't there. They basically told him to call every day. He said he wasn't doing that. She got aggravated. She was just like,
this is too much like work. Like, I didn't expect it to be like this. Now that would have annoyed me too.
She literally got out the car. She literally got out the car and was like, "Yeah, I need a minute. Like, I don't know." She said she was dealing with an idiot. There was no sign to this at all. How long they was talking? Do you
remember? 2 years. But here's
you know what? The what also I think what aggravated was her was she said the disregard for everyone. I can actually tell you a time where there was a sign of this, and clearly she was used to it. When they were all at the restaurant, her, the mom, and the sister.
Right.
And apparently he told her that he was going to live with her, but told the mama he was going to live with her. And basically he just completely disregarded Shantae's feelings, and what he told Shantae, had no remorse, didn't care at all about how Shantae... Boo, there were signs then. So I know, and the fact that you didn't react to it, there was clearly signs before that. So yeah, I can't even say like there were no signs. Yeah, because we seen it. We seen it here on camera.
Yeah, no, that was a very valid point. I was hoping you was gonna bring that up. All right, y'all, let's get into Julian and Christine. They are a funky bunch, but I actually think that they're going to work. Okay. I actually think that these two, I do. I actually enjoy watching them, y'all. They not everything that they do, but I enjoy watching them, like their story.
I do not at all.
Not to mention, shout out to Julian. Oh, and I got some tea to drop on him too. But shout out to Julian. I didn't realize he was in Annapolis. He down the street from me. Not down the street, but he's like 20 minutes away from me.
Her too?
Annapolis, Maryland. That's why she was where she was.
It's all making sense now.
Yeah. So anyway, Christine is going through her old phone, after they're leaving the facilities. And so all the missed messages that, she didn't get because she was in jail. And she reads a message from her mother, basically advising her to turn herself in, get her life together. And then Christine lets us know basically that she grew up with her great-grandmother, so she was about 11 because her mom was a single parent, and it seems like her mom didn't really want to be a parent. And so they had a kind of rocky relationship as she was growing up. And then she said about 10 years ago, she went to her mom to say, "Hey, Mom, I have a problem, with this stuff, these substances, and I need help." And her mother decided to go to CPS and report her and
has custody of her.
And request custody of her.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like your mama ain't. But I don't.
It's a catch-22.
I was gonna say it's a catch-22. I don't think that you had to. What I didn't like about it is I don't think you had to go under her nose. I think that if she can be big enough to come to you and say, "Mom, I have a problem," then I think you could be adult.
She knew she wasn't going to agree. Yeah, here, take my child. Yeah, she knew she wasn't going to agree.
If you can't help yourself, how am I supposed to help you? So yeah,
that's someone who's sane. That's someone who's sane and in the right frame of mind. I can appreciate the fact that she did go to her mom about her problem, but I mean, looking at the effects now, clearly she was deep in it. So her mom probably knew there was no turnaround for her.
You're an asshole for that. I caught that shade. The effect. When I tell you Twitter was going in on that jaw, I said, Jesus. I was trying not to talk about it, but Can't help but be shady.
Oh God, I thought that was gonna fly right under the radar.
Not by me.
Well, I didn't think you was gonna call me out on it.
You need the audience. You need to know what type of person you're dealing with. And clearly, I'm just as bad because I caught it real quick. So anyway, so then basically, then we learned she also has twins that she can't see because the father has custody and won't allow her to see them. So
yeah, the mom wasn't the only one that thought that she was a danger to her children. And I'm not saying that what the father's doing is right, because apparently the courts did decide that she should have visitation. And I know the dad is like keeping her from talking to them as well. Mm-hmm. My point is there was clearly a huge issue here.
Well, she's just happy that she has Julian, okay, and that he's there for her.
She won't stress that poor man out.
And so, although she is hopeful that she's gonna, her goal is to reestablish some type of relationship with her kids. And then, so they get back to the room, and I don't know why they got dressed up just to get undressed, but they did. And then, she said she was gonna get down on it. Get down on it.
Absolutely not.
And then they said they grown around here, so they ain't using no protection. And I said, well, I mean, if you trust it, but
I mean, I would be worried if I was Julian. She already told you she get down with chicks. They carry stuff too.
Hey, he like it. I love it. Go ahead, Julian.
Be careful. Be careful.
So speaking of
oh yeah, you said you had tea on Julian?
Yes, I did. So speaking of Julian was arrested in April with Christine at the time. This is according to Sarcasm. Now, apparently he was arrested for obstructing an officer fleeing and shoplifting in Wood County, West Virginia on April 6, 2024. The arrest
She's a bad influence. She already messed him up.
The arrest was just 11 days after Christine's prison release on March 26, 2024. According to the arrest report, police were called to the Walmart in Vienna, West Virginia for suspected shoplifting in progress. Julian was observed walking around the store with cloth Walmart bags in a shopping cart. The 46-year-old was seen concealing items inside and under the bags. Julian then met with a woman in the back of the store who was later identified as Christine. Christine had a large tote bag that appeared to have merchandise in it. Video footage showed Julian in possession of a small piece of paper that looked like a receipt. Julian and Christine walked past the cash registers to the customer service desk. They spoke with an employee at the desk, then left the store without paying for the merchandise. And then Julian tried to run. So then police officers confronted Julian outside the store, and he attempted to run away. Two officers chased the male on foot while giving the male commands to stop running. They chased him to the end of the parking lot, where he ran down into a patch of grass and fell down. So I love your facial expressions. Julian,
everybody knows if you're going to steal, you don't steal from Walmart, you steal from Target.
You stupid.
Duh.
You stupid. So Julian was ordered.
What, 2,000? Or
no. And not after what I saw with that video of that lady with her baby in Target.
Yes, they have facial recognition. Every time you go back in there and steal more, they just add it up so they can build a case against you. So that might have been her last time, where they had just enough. But they'll let you steal. It's either up to 1,000 or 2,000. Everybody know that. Don't do that with Walmart. And all the cameras Walmart got, you're crazy. Christine, and you're listening to somebody that got caught and knew she was going to get caught.
Well, as we know, he was arrested. Christine didn't get away. They observed Christine entering a PetSmart. They confronted her inside the store. She admitted Julian was her boyfriend. She no longer had the tote with her, but admitted to the officers that she put it down on another shelf. In PetSmart, she showed the officers where the bag was and admitted that the bag and the contents in it were stolen. So the contents of the bag are described as card games and socks in the arrest report.
Card games? Y'all went to jail for card games and socks?
Um, the retail value of the item stolen by Christine was $69.83. The retail value of the item stolen by Julian totaled $546.19. There is no description of the items taken by Julian. And so after running a background check and found that neither Julian nor Christine had active warrants or prior convictions for shoplifting,
no, just bank robbery.
right, but apparently that wasn't an issue. Christine was cited for shoplifting, first offense. She was released. Um, Julian, they say, I assume she was no longer on parole from her robbery convictions because that could have sent her right back. That's a violation, I would assume.
Yeah.
Julian was arrested for shoplifting, attempting to flee, and obstructing an officer. The obstruction charge was due to his statements denying he knew Christine, and he was arraigned and given a bond of $5,000. He posted his bond and is released. And on May 23rd, he pled guilty and was fined $422.96 in order to pay $1,092.38 civil penalty to the Walmart store in Vienna. So you only stole $500 worth of stuff. Even if you count Christine's $600 worth of stuff, not even at $550 worth of stuff.
And now you got to pay. Now you got to pay what, $1,500?
Basically. And the obstruction charge was dismissed as a part of his plea deal. So yeah, birds of a feather, I guess, really do flock together.
She either got him on that, or that's why he got with her. He needed some thrill in his life because Julian do seem a little boring.
I just know in Annapolis, and I'm sure like but from people who are from the DMV.
Well, he said that was in West Virginia. They said Vienna, West Virginia.
Oh yeah, that's true. So maybe they're in West Virginia, but I don't know. It's on the thing. I don't know why.
I would think you don't play out there either.
Look, it just caught my attention because I'm like, oh, Annapolis, Maryland, obviously. But anybody who's from the DMV area knows that like that's not a cheap. That's by the water, baby. That's not a cheap area to live in. So if that's really where he's stationed or where he is, I would be. Because why is we out here stealing? I would assume that you probably got some good government IT job or something somewhere out here, and that's how you're able to.
Is that what he does?
I'm assuming that's what I'm saying. You know what? I need to go back and look and actually see what they say he does. But to get caught on something like this, I don't know. I started this off saying I like them together, but after reading this full story, because I hadn't even read it fully until just now.
We can at least say she don't have him robbing banks yet.
All right, who's next? Is it your good girl Hope?
No, it's Kim and Joey.
Oh, your other favorite cousin.
So Kim went up to the cabin the night before.
Oh, hips.
Child, look, she was worried about what she looked like. It's giving buffalo. What was it? What they said the dudes come out buff and they come out looking like buffaloes?
Mm-hmm.
And he's giving buffalo.
Look, I said, oh, look at Joey. At first, when looking at his face, right? I said, oh, you trying to give us like a little Marshall Mathers tease, right? Like Slim Shady, my name is, you know what I'm saying? But then when he came out with them hips, I said, oh no.
I think that's a stretch. So Kim got up to the cabin the night before his release. You know, she said she got to get everything set up. She got to get her mind right. She did say she was a little bit self-conscious because last time they were intimate was 2018, which was pre-babies and pre-C-section scars. She said that she went to bed about 3:30 and then woke up and threw up. She thinks it's her nerves. I think it could be pregnancy. You know, she probably.
Well, we didn't think that. So I'm glad that you said that because I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, I'm thinking she knocked somebody down while he was locked up because that's what she gets.
So here's the thing. We noticed Hope because I heard somebody bring this up and I was like, that's a very valid point. We seen Hope throw up last episode, right? And we know she's been out here doing her thing when Arthur's been locked up. And we know Kim can't be by her damn self. And now maybe I'm wrong or maybe I'm reaching, but I feel like they're focusing on these 6 scenes for a reason. You can I'm sure there's many other things to say. So the fact that production is showing us this, to your point, I would not be surprised. But what I'm saying is I don't think Kim's the only one that's going to end up pregnant by somebody that's not who the person that she got out of jail with.
Mm-hmm. So she decides to share locations on both of their phones so she can keep tabs on him. She wants to make sure he's not going to do anything, um, you know, that he's supposed to do, especially not drugs. She said it's invasive a little bit, but if he ain't doing something he ain't supposed to, it's not a big deal. On top of that, this girl puts an air tag in his bag. She ain't playing, okay? She said he has a history of dating tasteless, trashy, drug addict women.
And yet you want him to be your man.
No comment. You're his type. You're his type, aren't you? You're his type, aren't you? Let's not talk about his type, boo, because.
And what did he say? He said, "Kim is my dream girl."
It's giving tasteless, trashy. I maybe not drug addicts, but definitely hard.
Oh wow, so passionate.
So Kim gets to the prison. Joey is finally released, and like I said, he was given a little extra in the hips area. He was definitely given buffalo.
The way you rock those hips.
So in the car, she gives him his gifts. It's a change of clothes. He said this is his dream girl because she's just different than the drug addicts.
Well, no, she's just a different type of whore.
She's a whore. He said she's the one. She gifted him with a phone, his iPhone. She had to teach this man all over again how to use FaceTime. Poor baby.
I thought that was cute. I don't even think he knew what FaceTime was because he's been locked up.
It didn't used to be this hard.
Well, no,
I think it used to be hard in this.
I think he is probably used to like dialing numbers or like going to your phone book. I think he's been locked up so long. FaceTime wasn't a thing when he went in. So him being able to see people on a call, like I don't think
he said he had a 4 or a 5. And back then I don't remember if on a 4 or 5 if we had FaceTime.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, granted, y'all know I do not do iPhone, but
how long he been locked up? Because I mean, iPhones come out like every year. So we had 15, but what, 10 years ago? One comes out every year, right?
I think so, yeah. That's more your speed. But when he said that, that's what made me think about like, oh, FaceTime you spent so much time in jail. FaceTime wasn't even out when you were locked, like while you were out of jail. So yeah, this is a whole new world to you.
Yeah, a whole new world. Okay, so
it's not giving Little Mermaid by any means.
Not at all. Not giving Disney at all. It's not giving fantasy. It's not.
Did you catch? I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you finish first.
Well, she said that she knows it's going to be a lot for him coming home to her boys, but she's hoping that he's ready to be a full-time dad. But she's more afraid of him relapsing because that's what she can't handle.
Not him possibly
not getting along with the two boys. Look, I literally put it in caps. I was like, you know what? Okay. Regardless, though, she said she's going to be watching him at all times.
So I'm gonna just point this out because this really bothers me every time we review this show. It's the unrealistic expectations of it all, of not only the people that are getting out of jail, but the people that are at home waiting for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because this man, again, I don't know how long he's been locked up, but based on what I do know, he's been locked up for a while. He was kind of young when he went in. So again, they say you get stuck in this mindset when you're whatever age you were when you went in. So if you were 17, 18, early 20s, you're probably still in that mindset by the time you get out because you standing still basically in a cell, in a prison, and time is going by, but you're stuck. So you're probably stuck in that mindset, which I think we see with True and plenty of other people that we've seen on the show.
I want to say something, but I'm not going to say it because.
But what bothers me about Kim is this expectation, and Kim is not the only one that's done it. Y'all have heard me go on my rants with these moms they have this idea that these men are going to get out of prison who were locked up when they were so young, and then bring them around their children and expect them to be doting fathers.
Because they talked a good game on the phone.
The one thing, and I'm surprised I'm even admitting this on camera, but the one thing I'm gonna give Nels about Justine is Michael was out as an adult. Michael got an opportunity to be a parent, maybe not the best parent, but he got a chance to grow up mentally. So her bringing him around her kids wasn't, I'm sure it was still
he also took on responsibilities as a father, as a husband while he was locked up. It wasn't like he came home, because a lot of most of the problem with these men are they don't have any responsibilities while they're locked up. Everything, of course, they don't want to be there, but everything is taken care of. They are fed. They don't got to worry about no bills. They ain't got no kids. They ain't got no wife. Or to worry about anyway. They don't have a household to take care of. What's Justine's husband? I don't remember his name. What's his name?
I thought it was Michael.
Okay, well, Michael, he, even though he was locked up and still, he didn't have nobody. They were taking care of him and stuff while he was locked. He still was taking care of his household while he was locked up. So when he came home, it wasn't like culture shock. I'm just going to continue.
And that's what I can give Teeny and Rob and like the people.
I'm just going to continue to do what I was doing while I was locked up and providing for my family and providing for my kids. You asking these men to come from being little boys locked up, getting everything handed to them, to coming out to be having all these responsibilities and expect them to grow the hell up. Good luck.
Good luck. You know what, y'all? I think that was a word. Okay, if y'all want to go ahead and donate, pass around a collection plate, and show us
a cup. We can put it in a cup.
Okay, and y'all want to send a monetary donation to the Shadeinthecity Cash app, by all means, please do so, because Nels just gave us a word now. Okay, period. So yeah, y'all. And speaking of that, this is so off topic. Eris is pregnant again, right? Just in love after lockup news. What's the rapper one that you was defending him? Actually, was like, no, he actually makes money. He's a rapper.
She didn't want him to do it though.
Well, yeah, no, he said his money is his wife's money. He takes good, but she's pregnant again. I feel like she just had that other baby, and now she right.
I think really his main issue. I think he has a drinking problem.
Facts.
He might have some anger issues, but I don't think there was ever an issue of him taking care of his family.
No. That's one thing that he gave, because I watched a little clip of his interview with Tasha K, and he was just like, the network does what I tell them to do, and da. Cameron, that's his name, Cameron. But yeah, so shout out to Cameron and Eris, because yes, they are expecting. All right, so I'm so mad because I don't have my picture, and I told Nels I was going to upload.
I know. Look, I'm sitting here like,
But even better, I'm going to make it the thumbnail for this video, because the leave out that just continues to get left out is beyond me. And the fact that we out here getting booty massages. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually feel like I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I feel like when I get massages, that happens.
You got a butt facial.
Well, okay. So, I guess we can talk about it since we're opening up the scene with her getting her booty facial. So my whole thing was, I know when I get a massage and then, rub on the thighs and stuff like that. Now, there's not that much of a focus on the booty. However, I was like, so do I need to request that? Like, do I actually need to go in and be like, I want a booty, or go somewhere and be like, I want a booty facial, where I just want them,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't realize this was a thing. I just
and really, it depends on who's giving you the massage, because I've had, normally, yes, they don't focus that much on the butt, like with a regular massage, but I've had a hot stone massage. I've had a couple actually, and one guy specifically did focus a lot on my butt. So I think it depends on who's giving the massage.
Okay. So what I was saying was, I didn't know if this was just a regular massage, because again,
but yeah, a butt facial, yes, they're gonna focus on your butt.
Okay.
But so, I don't know if that's supposed to be like I guess if you don't have any like imperfections, maybe it could be a relaxing thing. Because when I think of an actual facial,
right,
it's not relaxing.
I was like, what?
So it's actually kind of painful. It's kind of painful.
I was like, so somebody got pimples.
They want to get all the imperfections out your skin. Yeah. So I would think a butt facial is kind of the same thing, unless your butt is like perfect and all they have to do is like scrub it and rub it. I don't know, but I would think it's a facial still that they or trying to get any imperfections out.
That's what I was trying to understand. I was like, so if you have imperfections, or to your point, if you just have a pimple on your ass, does that mean they out there with the thing trying to?
I would think so.
See, that's not cute to me. That's not
because
cute.
even because they have I don't remember a vagination. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like a vaginal facial, also too. I don't remember how you pronounce it. Yes, but that's not a relaxing thing. They're getting imperfection out of that thing too. Yeah, girl.
Yeah, no, I'm good. So yeah, so we see Latisha getting her little pampering done to the to the booty, and Keith calls, and basically she lets him know that she's invited his family over because apparently she wants to break the news to them that he's supposed to be getting out and be released. We'll get into that later. I got some tea about that. But yeah, so he's supposed to be getting released. And so apparently her and one of his sisters have a little bit of drama or issues because she didn't like the fact that Latisha went into his bank account and spent that $15K on that ring. And basically just feels like she's not good enough for her brother. And so she's been around the family talking ish, and Latisha isn't really feeling it. And basically, wants an apology. Basically, if she's gonna come up in her house, she wants an apology before that happens. Keith is trying to tell her, why don't you wait till I get home so I can handle it? And she's like, well, no, because I think she's just going to be being fake. And I want to make sure that I handle it before. Okay, here you go. Not listening to your man again. But okay, girl.
About his sister.
About his sister, right. Right.
That will probably whip your ass.
I think he's trying to.
And I think that's why she didn't show up. My fault. I ain't mean. Go ahead.
So as Nell said, so the in-laws show up, right, and Keith calls, and
his sister's so pretty.
Yes, it's very pretty. And so the stepmother comes. Keith's dad looked just like him. That's his twin in him. Okay,
they all kind of like. I mean, not the stepmom, but everybody else.
But I was loving the Gumby kind of cut that he had going on. He's still keeping it old school. You could tell his daddy was an old school player. And so,
you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna say it offline. Go ahead.
So anyway, the sister decided not to show up because she wasn't feeling well, is the excuse they gave her. Latisha knows that it's BS, but she also thinks it's an admission of the guilt that she's been talking about her. And I was gonna say, I don't think the issue was ever that she had an issue letting you know she was talking about her. I mean, talking about you.
She just don't want her brother to hate you for whooping your ass.
Right. So she shares the news about this immediate release. And the family's all excited, but to my knowledge, y'all, and maybe I'm reaching, this is allegedly, but I still think in my mind, I feel like Keith might still be in jail to this day. So I'm really confused as to the storyline.
So there was no immediate release. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I heard on the street. Maybe I'm wrong. And again, I could be wrong. That's why I said allegedly, but
I thought it was, I mean, I don't know. I think I thought it was kind of weird that like she's so excited and don't have a date.
Right. So anyway, so she reveals that she wants to do this big welcome home party, and she was trying to squash any beef with his sister before he came home so they could, celebrate him. The family agrees they need to move past it. And then she shows off her Party City crown, because that's the running theme this episode is the Party City crown. And, that she plans to give her king when he gets home. Now, any thoughts on that, Nels, before I get into my story?
Mm-mm.
Alrighty then. Well, speaking of, hold on, y'all. I thought I had all my ducks in a row and lined up. But sometimes the ducks don't be lined up. You know what I'm saying? These people always be in the press. It's hard. It's hard out here for a pimp. Keep track of these.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
And what makes it even worse is that I feel like more of these stories that come up be more about the people that's supposed to be free than the actual inmate that we're following. If you think about it, the last story was about Julian. This one I'm about to go on is about Latisha. And
because they follow in their mate's footsteps.
Anyway, well, all right, y'all. So Love During Lockup star Latisha Collier. We know she came back this season, and we're supposed to be waiting on Keith's big release. But apparently she may be headed to prison soon herself. I think I told her this. She was arrested and charged with felony theft in April. It apparently already has an extensive criminal history, including previous felony convictions, and could be facing some real prison time. There's also the fact that the bankruptcy judge overseeing the bankruptcy filing for Latisha's boss tax and accounting service business throughout the case and forwarded her information to the district attorney's office for a potential bankruptcy fraud investigation. Okay. According to the Federal Bureau of Prisons website, Keith Collier is still incarcerated at the Florence Federal Correctional Institution in Colorado. Keith's release date is listed as February 25th, 2025. So
that don't sound immediate to me.
Huh?
That don't sound immediate to me.
As of August 9th, Keith is still incarcerated. What's today?
The 10th.
What are we watching?
Yes,
what are we watching? No, so this is my question to we. Y'all let Latisha play in y'all face like that so she could get another check to pay for her legal fees. Because that man ain't out. And mind you, they filmed this how many months ago? Think about it. So basically, I'm sorry, spoiler alert. They playing in our face this whole season, y'all. With this Latisha and Keith. And maybe that's why this Bianca and Daniel will come in, because we still haven't met them. But yeah. I'm just letting y'all know. All right, next.
Last but not, I just wish he could get that triangle removed, because he would be so much cuter if it wasn't there. He like that. I don't know. Anyways, hoping on.
I got tea on him too, y'all. I told y'all I got a lot of tea this episode. That's why we going so long, y'all.
Poor baby. All right, so Arthur's in the truck with Hope, feeling torn because his mom wants him to come to Vegas with her to see his siblings, but he hasn't seen him forever. But he has plans to spend his whole entire life with Hope. He told her, yeah, you know that camping idea that you got? Yeah, that's real cute, but it's too hot. I ain't really feeling that. And she got her feelings. She feeling like his mama influenced that because she ain't want them sleeping in the truck. I definitely would rather be sleeping especially fresh out of jail, in our bed, in our home, rather than in the back of a truck. That's just me. Okay. So when they got to
that, why she was like, I don't understand why you don't want to be. I was like, girl, because
right. So when they got to Dallas, she parked up, moved everything to her car, and then got to the crib. And it was pretty nice, I must say. I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was living in her truck. So to find out that she has a nice place, I was in shock.
Yeah.
Nice view, nice everything. So then he was loving the views. She gifted him with a sewing machine because he wants to be a designer. He said when he was locked up, basically everybody used to talk mess or whatever, be macho and tough guys, but he didn't give a damn. He was still sewing. He said, this is what I want to do. I'm going to still do it. Okay. He did say he was overwhelmed.
Maybe that's just like the brand for his clothing line or something.
Put it on the clothes, not on your forehead.
He wants to rep real hard.
No. Wear a hoodie.
What do they say? Ask, believe, and receive. He felt like if I put it on my forehead, I'm going to see it on. And if you look at it every day, maybe he's manifesting his,
Put it on your orange jumpsuit. You got to wear it every day.
Maybe he couldn't. That might be against jail rules.
Use a marker or something. No. So he did say that he is overwhelmed by all the support that he's getting from Hope. He said emotionally, financially, but it all means a lot to him. So he's ready to get right down to it. Okay. She said that really she's not the same woman that she used to be a few years ago. Her body's changed, her hair's changed. And she's hoping that, he's still loving all that she comes with, all the extraness that she got on and everything. Okay. Now, It's morning. Okay. And the both of them are waking up next to each other. They feel like it's surreal that you're here next to me. You're out of jail. She starts getting emotional, and says that, she feels like basically she messed up by, the first time that they were together, by allowing herself to not be faithful. Duh. Okay. He told her, don't beat yourself up about it because I messed up too. And I'm guessing he was talking about the tattoo, because when he first said that, I said, "Oh my goodness."
Oh my goodness.
I said, "Who you cheating with?" It was wrong time. It was, so you just got out of jail. What she was doing? Do you need the steamer?
I was just thinking. I was, swear to God, I was thinking it. I wasn't gonna say
it. So basically, he mentioned to her he saw that she got man on her ass, and she said, "Yeah, it was for him because he was getting a portrait of her." He said he was, but it didn't work out that way. He decided to get a rose instead that symbolized life.
Is still a rose.
She said she gave this man $300, okay, to get a portrait of her, and she felt special and honored. So she wanted to get his name tatted on her, only to find out he didn't get the tattoo of her on him. Now, what you say?
You played yourself.
He told this,
and it was so bad. She said,
"Did you realize he had no remorse?"
Nope. He was like,
you did way worse. You out here scoring around. He said he thought she would have forgot. He told her that to her face, y'all. He was like, "I thought you would have forgot."
And then what made me so mad is when she was like, "Well, I guess I got your name, just walking around with your name on me," and he's like,
yeah, I guess that's what it is. Now apparently he even lied about getting it touched up. He said he was out here going to get it touched up, talking about he was just trying to save face.
That's what it was for me. The fact
you took this lie to the next level, sir.
If that was not the biggest,
she was standing in the kitchen making him breakfast while this was going on, right?
If that
ain't no way in hell, ain't no way.
Hugest red flag.
Yeah, so of course she's pissed because now she's feeling like, her friends were right, that he didn't get the tattoo. He just ran off with the money. That's what it was. That's what she said, and he ain't had no response. Like, okay, that's exactly what it is though. Now her friends feel like Arthur is just using her for money and a place to stay, and she feels stupid. It's stupid. Yes. But you know what? I don't feel bad for her because imagine how he felt. It's a tattoo. It can still be done. Can you take that nasty little thing that you had up in you, out you? Can you reverse the hands of time? Absolutely not. But he told her, I'm done lying. Okay. And said, he's about to go spend some time with his mom. Of course, now I don't know if I believe him here, but of course, Hope is worried that, since he can easily be influenced by his mama, she might just run off to Vegas with her man. Now, what I did, and I sent a picture to Treese, that man got me tatted and don't even got her tatted. And it didn't even cost me $300. He got a Chanel tattoo on him.
I was going to say, please explain to the people before they get confused.
He got the Chanel symbol on him, Bookie, and I ain't even have to pay $300. We're going to have to get that triangle removed.
And he gave her a rose. All right, y'all. So y'all, Hope's boo, Arthur, is currently in custody in Texas. I'm sorry, spoiler alert. After being arrested, this is according to Sarcasm, let me cite my sources, on May 24th. According to jail records, Arthur was booked for multiple very serious charges. Aggravated A with a unaliving weapon, possession of a pow by a felon, and unlawful carry of a weapon with felony conviction. His total bond is $235,000. And apparently he was prior to this arrest on May 24th, he was booked for a misdemeanor count for evading arrest or detention on May 17th. Arthur was previously convicted of the same charge, and it was later elevated to a felony. His bond apparently was set at $500. It's unclear if at this time if he posted his bond before being charged with the additional felonies a week later. It is possible that he was still in custody and charged with the felonies for alleged acts committed prior to his May 17th arrest. Now, the real thing on this, the real tea on this is
this in Texas?
Guess how he caught
in Texas?
I believe so, yes. And guess how he caught this charge? Allegedly, the story is Hope got pow-powed. Apparently, there was a disagreement. Now, the streets are saying that allegedly Hope has come out. Now, he got locked up because obviously he's not supposed to have a weapon. There's
I don't know if he's coming home.
But she came out and said that there was some type of disagreement, but she actually pow-powed herself. Like there was and maybe it went off and she accidentally so she said
was with who?
Arthur.
With him. So they were fighting each other.
Yes. But apparently there was a weapon involved. The weapon went off. But she admits. So they're saying they don't know. And obviously I'll keep my ear to the streets. Sarcasm is supposed to be following it. But so I guess I don't know, maybe she can go to the court and say this is not what actually happened and maybe get some of his charges down. But I don't know. Maybe y'all know I'd be trying to look on the brighter side of things. I'd be playing that advocate. I'd be trying to find it.
I don't think that's how it works. And really the state can take over the case if they decide to. So
well,
where her involvement doesn't even matter.
Yeah, so sorry.
Spoiler alert. Wishing he would have went to Vegas.
That part, and apparently his mama got a lot to say about it. His mama is not happy. He was like, I knew I shouldn't have left this pink-headed hussy with my son. But yeah, y'all. So we appreciate y'all tuning in for all the Love After Lockup tea and this latest episode. Y'all drop down in the comments, let us know what y'all thought. But if you have not already, please make sure you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure you subscribe.
And hit the notification bell. I got it right this time.
You're funny. And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, we will catch you next week for another recap of the love that happens after the lockup. I don't know why we even do this anymore. We done already lost 2 couples. We know they're not coming back.
Girl, they're going to add more. That's why.
Well, that's true. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.